We are back with more Metaphor. This is stream session 4. Just to offer fresh updates. Hopefully the sound is not too loud. I'll check on it as we go. But yeah, I am ready to go. So where we left off last time, we just finished the first big block of free time, and now we need to find Maria. She's gone missing. So I haven't touched the game since the last time I streamed. I can't tell if it's like super loud or what. It definitely feels like it's still really loud.
What now?
I don't know what they did. Just as a frame of reference, it's the 19th. They did a patch today. Which,
I'm just incredulous.
for whatever reason, made the game super loud. Alrighty. So we saved the city from the Great Calamity, and now we need to find Maria, who's gone missing. Ooh, what's this? Oh.
I'm just ridiculous.
That looks really cool. Whatever the hell it is, it's like a freaking dinosaur. That's awesome. Alrighty, so do we have any clue where she could be? I mean, where is she likely to go? The only place I can think of is the cathedral, because maybe she wants to go to where, Grius died. That's probably the only place that I can think of checking.
So foolish it arouses.
Yeah, I'm expecting that we'll get to the next big, story event slash dungeon
So foolish.
pretty soon.
What should I do?
Tournament?
Him? King? Stinking believer.
This is alright.
Him?
Closure A.
Louis' faction is left, but the Grand Cathedral is in a horrible state. The non-human monsters are still there too. Closure A, where do we even start? I can't believe Louis would do something so terrible.
Tournament?
I'm gonna tweak the volume just a little bit more. Man. It was like fine. I don't know what they did or why they did it, but they completely like blew out the volume.
So foolish it arouses.
Let's not.
Despite the danger, I guess it's still up to people to pay their graveside respects. Not that there's anything we do anyway, right now anyway, so let's head back. Okay.
So foolish it arouses.
What should I do?
Tournament?
Him?
There weren't these
Hello.
barricades up before. Do you know that little half-blood girl? You can't let a girl like that walk the streets alone, just asking for trouble. She just went inside. Wait, you let her pass? Why? The way her eyes looked, I'd not be the one to stop her now. She's been coming to prey for a while, no matter how many glares she gets. Yeah, well, her dad did get killed outside this place, so it's pretty understandable, I think, that she wants to pay her respects here. Just check. Sorry that I keep alt-tabbing, I just want to make sure that everything's working okay. It looks like everything's fine, in terms of sound.
Huh? Why?
Everyone's worried about you.
Everyone was worried about you.
Sorry. Papa hasn't come home. And I always come here whenever I'm feeling lonely. One time he came here to get me. I remember because he called my name. But I pray, and he still doesn't come back. Maybe because the cathedral is broken?
Poor girl.
Maria.
Miss Fabienne says Papa can't come home anymore. But I know Papa's gone away. He's gone somewhere I'll never see him again. Hasn't he? It's going to be so lonely. The loneliest it's ever been. But I have to be strong, don't I? But if it gets any lonelier, I don't know if I can do it.
I'm sorry. I promised we'd all come back together.
Why does everyone always leave? Mum was sick. The king and prince are gone. And now Papa? Why does everyone always leave? Is it my fault? I really did my best to be a good girl, but...
That's not why.
That's not why.
He's right, Maria. It's not your fault at all.
Listen to me, all right? Your father, he was fighting a very bad man. We were with him, but we couldn't protect him. I'm sorry.
I remember Papa saying something like that. He said, a really bad man might be our king. Is that part of it?
It'll work out.
It'll work out somehow. I'm sure of it.
I hope the next king is as nice as you. Then maybe things won't always be so sad.
In my ideal world, people can believe in their future. Their birth doesn't matter. The prince told me that once.
I think I understand the king's intentions now. Maybe this is the sort of tragedy he was trying to end. Maybe he wanted a world where the crown goes to one who acts like a king ought to. Not whoever's willing to spill the most blood to do it.
You may be right, but much as we wish it, this is not a fight that might be ended through words alone.
Even so, we have to try.
At least she's home safe.
Maria, you're safe! Oh, you had me worried sick.
I'm sorry for leaving on my own.
No, it's all right.
Miss Fabienne, I'm hungry.
Maria. Yes, that's right. Let's all sit down for some supper together. Thank you for finding her.
It looks like she's worked things out.
She's a strong girl.
But we've more troubles ahead. How now do we resolve this curse upon His Highness?
If Luis is the
just
curse's
play the
caster,
game, right?
we've got to kill him to dispel it. So how do we do that if he's
As in-
shielded by the king himself?
As in, play the game for the throne. Obviously, we have to literally play the game.
I wish I could report back, but the prince is still asleep, and we're losing time. I don't think going back to the village is an option.
We cannot lose faith yet. There must be some further course we can pursue.
Well, there's the church's announcement. I expect they're trying to stop a wave of rival candidates from flooding the standings. I doubt the church would accept this popularity contest if they didn't already have a plan to game it.
True enough. I can only wonder at their aims. For today, we should content ourselves with rest and recovery.
Alright, that was a very short day.
Sorry, did I wake you? Laying here, I always end up caught in my own thoughts. Grius and Maria. The prince. Just thinking in circles again. Not good, is it?
Let's think about it together.
Let's think about it together.
Keeping me company, are you? You really are a strange one. My kind of strange, if I'm honest. That book, is that the novel you're always carrying around? Feels like months ago now that I spotted you buried in it on the
How long has
carriage
it been?
ride
It's
to the
been like
falls.
2 or 3 weeks, I think. Do you want to read it?
Want to read it?
If you don't mind, since we've finally some room to breathe. Oh, interesting. It's written through the lens of a fictional land. This bit's about the Utopia's security. In this world, there is no blood-stained contest for sovereignty. The people choose their sovereign from among themselves. One cannot put a sovereign to the sword to seize power. Such an act would be met with scorn and judged as murder. Taking power or wealth by force is seen as the most shameful of transgressions. Couldn't be further from reality, could it? We've a Kingslayer on the brink of seizing the throne right now. And this idea of competing for public support. Here it sounds so commonplace, but the idea's thrown us all into chaos. Perhaps I'm overthinking, but it sounds almost like the aim of the King's magic. You suppose there's some common inspiration? Still, I don't imagine this would turn out well in the real world. In public opinion, tribal perspective always divides us. Besides, does a decision made by the people guarantee it's right? Tribal squabbles aren't always political. Take us Clamars, for example. It can be hard for us to see outside the bubble of our own worldview. We're the majority, and the tribe of the royal bloodline besides. That privilege can make us insensitive. A problem with no easy solution, I fear. Lofty words. I can hardly come to terms with my own ideals. Still, the discussions helped clear my head a little. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I've been so fixated on killing Luis, but maybe we could look into whether that's really the only way to lift the curse.
That's a good line of thinking.
Sleep should come easier now. I think I'll give it another chance. Wait, how long have you been asleep?
You would think that there would be another way to break a curse, right? There's always like
Time
anti-magic
marches
or
on,
magic
and the
dispelling and
age of
stuff
a
like
new
that.
king draws nearer.
But at the same time, it also seems like it kind of isn't, but... Dunno.
Ladies and gents, have you heard the news? The curtain's about to rise on the show of a lifetime! To choose our new ruler, we're going to give all of you a chance to take center stage in a show of power for the whole kingdom! And we call it the Tournament
that's literally a tournament.
for the Throne! Our aspirants will set out on a grand tour of the 3 allied nations' capitals, taking part in a variety of exciting trials. First, we have the Exhibition of the Brave. Slay a monster plaguing our fair people and bring its head to Oceania's capital in time. Biggest find takes the win. Official word is, this event's open to all. So what do you think, ladies and gents? Are you in it to watch, or in it to win?
That was not what I was expecting.
Stroll? Why call us so early in the morning? What is that journal?
I had Fabienne bring it up. Something occurred to me, so I asked her to go through Grius' personal effects.
Hey, looks like he was investigating the curse too.
There's a note here. Given the spell's complexity, it must have required a scribed formula.
You mean to suggest Luis possesses a written composition of the curse somewhere? And if we can find that...
Yes! I'd wager, even if we can't kill Luis, we might still have a shot at breaking the curse.
But that attack took place years ago, didn't it? This curse's formula could be lost for good.
We have little choice but to hope it's not. I'm not saying it will be easy. And the real trick will be finding it. We wouldn't leave it unprotected.
Surely he would have kept something as valuable as that,
That reminds
with
me.
him.
A crier for the church was handing these out.
A flyer for the Tournament for the Throne. This popularity contest is state-sponsored now. An interesting gamble for those politicians. I like the bit about all this being in the interest of fairness, those weasels. But saying it's being organized by the state. The throne's empty. This smells like the theocracy at work. Probably Forden himself.
I guess by running it themselves, it gives them control, so it makes sense.
You think Forden's looking to fix the competition in his favor? He's been in first place this whole time.
In the interest of fairness, remember? If he wins a fair race, he gets legitimized, and Luis gets put on the back foot.
That bodes ill. Those with existing support could easily solidify their claim. Even should His Highness wake, he may lose the throne.
If we don't hurry and find a way to get close to Luis, we're sunk. What are we supposed to do?
We need a plan, and then we can take action. As an elder, I'm an outcast in this city. I think that gives us an advantage here. Let's enter the tournament.
Let's
Let's go.
enter this tournament for the throne.
Huh? Hey, were you even listening to us? Besides, the prince isn't exactly in a position to take part in...
Wait. It sounds crazy, but I think he might be onto something there. This could be just the excuse we need to get close to Luis. He doesn't care about your tribe so long as you prove capable, yes? That's what Zorba was saying. Which means, even though the world looks down on you as an elder, having the power to kill humans puts you in his good graces.
You're going to make him a candidate for the throne?
If all we need to do is get Luis's attention, then that's sure to get the job done. If we're lucky, he might even try to recruit us.
I see. An undercover operation, is it? Quite a gambit. But it may well be our best chance at finding this formula.
Just hold on a second. Getting Luis's attention is all well and good. But remember who's actually risking their life here.
I don't think we really have much of a choice other than this. Infiltrating Luis's ranks will be dangerous. When found out, I'll be as good as dead.
What do you think? Having heard all this, do you want to enter the running?
I'm the one who suggested it. Let's do it.
Of course I do.
No hesitation at all.
Right.
I'm reminded of the words the prince spoke to me in our youth.
In my ideal world, people can believe in their future. Their birth doesn't matter. No matter who someone is, they deserve a fair country. If it's to help achieve that, I will stand for the prince as a candidate for the throne.
Sheesh.
There we go.
So much for being a guide. Now you're the one leading me around.
Your resolve has marked you a fine fit for the role. I have trusted you with my life before, and would gladly do so again.
I inherited Grace's journal. Loot. I don't know whether it's appropriate to call it loot.
Good heavens. Haven't you put yourself in enough danger? Listen to me. I don't want you going down the same path he did. Are you really this set on running off again?
I have to carry on his legacy.
I have to carry on his legacy.
I see. Well, I'm sure he'd be glad to hear it. I'll be cheering for you in this mess of a competition. Truth be told, I wish I could do more than feed and shelter you.
What's the competition?
It's a big, grand race to see who will be the next king. The whole country will be watching.
So you're going to try and become king? Wow! Then I'll cheer for you as loud as I can.
You have your first advocate, it seems.
Suppose you'll have to actually try for the throne now, eh? Your Majesty.
That's the plan.
That was the plan from the start.
That's the spirit.
Well, if we want Luis to notice you, we'll have to make quite a stir among the people. Maybe reaching for the throne will do it.
Does that mean you're not coming back?
No, we'll be back. Although we might be a while.
I don't like when it gets lonely.
Maria.
But I'll be cheering for you. I hope you win the race. You'd be a good king.
Thank you.
Thank you for your support.
Yeah.
Now, we'd best get registration out of the way, but we'll need some legs for the journey. It's mostly lawless wastes between cities.
Judging by this specified deadline, we are unlikely to reach the Principality of Oceana's capital in time on foot.
I bet all these fancy nobles have their own gauntlet runners to ride in.
We need our own.
A carriage might save our chances, if we could find one. Perhaps we split up for now. I'll leave you two to the registration. They should be taking entrance at the recruitment center.
I think we'll need a gauntlet runner. Seems like it's the only thing that's going to get
This
us
should
there
be the
fast enough.
place, right?
Excuse us, we're looking to join the tournament for the throne.
Aye? The young, ain't ya? And who's the kid? He with you?
I'm the one entering.
I'm the one entering.
You? Really?
I've not heard of any age restrictions. They're a problem?
Well, I'd not have thought it, but you're an elder, ain't ya? And you want to be king. Well, the novelty of it might win you some looks.
Could you just do your job, please? Can he register or not?
Ah, an elder. Now that I think of it,
Oh no.
weren't you in that pack of recruits that went off to the northern fort? Thought I heard they were all wiped out. What? We got a deserter turning up.
No, they said he'd just dragged the company down, so they left him at the capital. He, got on the captain's bad side.
Could swear I've seen you before,
no.
too. Well, hardly matters with no captain to verify it with. Go on, then. You can represent the lesser tribes so nobody complains.
Whew. That was a close one.
And, obviously, you're gonna need a carriage. Otherwise, the whole thing's off for you. You're obligated to attend the opening ceremony tomorrow. It'll be at the plaza at the Grand Cathedral. Don't be late.
That was surprisingly easy.
We'll
I'm
have to
surprised
hope
they let us off the
Hulkenberg can
hook.
find us a carriage.
As for us, I expect we should see about finding a monster to slay. If it's not impressive enough, Luis won't look twice at you.
Some postings over there.
Ooh.
They should be offering bounties on monsters the guard can't handle. Let's take a look.
Looks like everyone else had the same idea.
One of these bounties is bound to make me stand out.
But which? Bigger is probably better.
Hang on! There's nothing but small-time contracts here!
Are you not here for this tournament, then? It's slow, I'm afraid. Most of my worthiest monster bills have already been snapped up by other competitors.
How about requests on anything aside from monsters? Bounties include criminals too, right?
I suppose I've got one of those, yeah.
Let's see. Ugh, he's horrible. Heisme. A villainous kidnapper.
Heisme.
Looks like the army's been trying to catch him for a while now.
This might just be perfect.
Whoa! You have any idea who that is? That man's an elite. An ex-royal knight, they say. He'd make short work of a scrawny little urchin. You can be sure of that. Besides,
This guy's got drip.
didn't you
What the
hear
hell?
what it is they're actually looking for?
Oh, of course. It's about whoever can bring in the biggest monster head, right?
If you imbeciles can't even get that straight, you've no chance at winning. They want kingly types, not children play acting.
Damn.
Stuck-up little... Is that the kind of competition we can expect?
Comes in, offends the competition, refuses to elaborate, leaves.
He was right about the rules, though. What are you thinking?
Don't worry, I know what I'm doing.
We're supposed to get a monster's head. So why are you going for a criminal? Any idea what he's up to?
Yeah, we don't actually need to win, right?
Maybe it's because we don't actually have to win?
Yeah, we just need to get Luis's attention.
Sharp as always, Captain. Don't worry, I'll explain everything later.
As long as you can convince Hulkenberg, I guess.
Ho there! Are you really taking the bounty on Heisme? You three must be heaven sent. Please, would you listen to our plight?
Okay, this guy seems pretty keen on catching him.
Your pardon, gentlemen. I'm Barton, a guard captain for Matira, a town to the south. The bounty on Heisme is up at my behest.
A guard captain? This fellow's made some powerful enemies.
We can't afford lenience. On top of his past crimes, Heisme has stooped
Oh
to
my God.
abducting our wee ones. Our children. Selling them off, some say. If our city becomes known for nightly disappearances, what sane resident would stay? Community and trade will dwindle and die.
But he's just a lone kidnapper, right? Even if he's some infamous criminal, why can't the guard handle it?
That's the trouble. He makes his hideout somewhere too dangerous for our soldiers to tread. Deep in the territory of vicious giant worms. We've no idea how he manages to operate out there without getting devoured himself.
I see. Tricky problem indeed.
I'd no choice but to swallow my pride and post a bounty. Yet no matter how many times I renew the bill, none have taken it. A pitiful sight, isn't it? A soldier who can't protect his home, whether by strength or by surrender. Laugh if you must.
It's not really funny, it's pretty bad. Yeah, we want to help.
We just want to help you.
You only cast away your honor in the name of protection. Nothing pitiful in that. Swallow your pride no more, man. We'll take your contract.
Thanks to you. That you'd accept such a perilous request, even with this tournament looming over everything. Closure. Thank you all, and thank God for bringing you to me. In that case, we shall meet in Martira, the old castle town. Please, make haste.
There we go.
Well, no backing out of this now. You sure this is what we want?
Way I see it, if we want to make a big impact this late, it's going to take some creativity. Besides, this is apparently a knight-turned-kidnapper. The man can't be allowed to go on. What would His Royal Highness do in our place?
I guess that's fair.
So he's definitely a notorious person.
I'll convince Hulkenberg. Somehow. You go on and accept the contract.
To go from being a royal knight, somebody who's very close to the king, to
What now?
abducting kids and stuff. Like, what the hell? I think this final tweak should be the volume, right? Oh, what's a whippersnapper like you doing here? Don't tell me you're actually thinking of participating in the tournament for the throne. Oh, the audacity of you. That's rich, a mere fledgling with no history or experience to speak of. As king, the idea makes me sick to my stomach.
No, thank you.
The ideal leader of this country is a dignified man of a grey age, one with years of experience, and yet upstart school children like you and Luis dare to. It hardly matters. You won't be able to fight much longer, so struggle as you like. I'm happy to give you the eulogy at the funeral. I suppose he's a candidate too.
Hey!
Hey, would it be alright if we accepted the bounty contract for Haste Me? Haste Me? Are you sure you can handle that? We can't be held liable if you get yourself killed out there. Sure. You're an odd one, alright? Either that or you're just green. Head to Materia. You can probably get more information there.
Let's focus.
Ooh, it's a 4-star mission. 100,000 gold. Oh my goodness.
Let's
Or
call it.
Reeve, I should say. Okay, we got the contract. Let's head back to the inn for now.
No registration issues, I trust?
No, indeed. And we found ourselves a perfect target.
I don't know about perfect, but
Fine work.
a good target.
Stroll?
See? She's convinced. Nothing to worry about. Don't worry about it. I'll prepare a map of the surrounding areas as well. But never mind that. Have you found us a kingly carriage?
Well, I have made some arrangements. How best to put it? The vessel itself is without peer. Supposedly, it will come to us on the day of the opening ceremony.
You
Sounds
don't
like it's gonna be
sound
something
too
really
sure
shit.
about that.
No, I'm certain. All I mean to say is, well, you shall soon see for yourself.
Well, under the circumstances, I'll take what we can get. And setting that up in a day. Not so bad having a knight on our side.
You needn't speak so. In truth, I've just resigned from the Knight's Order.
Oh damn.
Though 'tis only my bond of service I relinquish, not my title. We will shortly be seeking Luis's esteem. Should it come to light that I am a knight in active service, it may jeopardize our efforts.
Still, you didn't hesitate to leave. I can tell you're serious about
It's
that.
a serious thing in like the feudal era to break your oath.
It was not an
Or end
abrupt
your oath.
parting. I've come to doubt the Order since returning to find them serving the Santifex and not the Royals. Those who refused the Church's rule were cast out for their defiance. I only hope those fallen knights found useful employ elsewhere.
So Haste May have been one of them too. She would know Haste May, right? Or might.
Sounds like you've been through a lot too.
Well, in any case, we can focus on our bounty contract now. Let's make sure we get some proper rest tonight.
Okay, like, I don't mean to do this, because this is obviously a video game and stuff like that. There's no reason why we wouldn't say, oh, right, the target that we picked is a former knight. Haste May, do you have any idea who he is? And she's probably going to be like, oh, he's actually, like... Maybe she'll say he's, like, an absolute piece of shit. Or maybe she'll say, oh, really? He's doing that sort of stuff? That's not like him. We'll see. Yeah, it's a video game thing. The opening ceremony for the tournament is tomorrow.
Let's rest.
We should probably stay inside and rest today. Do you have any intel for me, mate? No. Can I actually not leave? Okay, I actually can't. Book. Our preparations seem to be proceeding without issue, well apart from one massive, overtuned uncertainty. Never mind, forgive me my outsettings, just please do not be surprised, no matter what we're presented with.
Don't push yourself too much.
Tomorrow you depart. Maria will surely miss you dearly, so please come back and say hello when you can, even if it's only every once in a while. I guess we'll head upstairs. It's like, hey Mazda, how are you? I hope you're doing well. Can you let me know if the volume's like too loud or too quiet and stuff like that? They did an update for the game.